have yet to find a game idea that I could not produce with Unity, so until that happens I really have no need or desire to change to a different engine, but that does not mean that I have a negative view of Unreal or anything. I love what Unreal is doing and I definitely hope they keep building some awesome stuff. Again, all the engines are great, they are really just tools, there are plenty of great games made with both engines, and also plenty of shovelware. The quality of the games that you make is more dependent on your skills as a game developer rather than what engine you use to make it. So I just wanted to mention that right from the start, use whatever engine you want, don't waste your energy getting caught up in meaningless internet wars. With that said, here are my thoughts on Unreal's presentation and whether I feel that Unity
Hello, lazy man.
Basically my conclusion is they are targeted at completely different audiences. Unreal's talk is more like an E3 showcase, more than half of it is dedicated to showing some really awesome looking games being built with the engine, whereas Unity's talk is very much targeted at developers. It is focused on showing tons of tools in every area where the engine is used. Both are great depending on the target audience and what you expect from it. I think Unreal is excellent at marketing and making the engine seem really exciting. Watching their presentation is always great fun, so I very much enjoy them as a viewer. However, as a developer, as a solo indie developer who makes primarily 2D or low-poly 3D games, for me those exciting features, while they look great in a showcase, I don't really have much use for them in my day-to-day work. For example, Nanite, which several people mentioned in the comments, I agree that it's extremely impressive tech. Being able to just load a super high poly mesh directly in your game is a great thing. I imagine that saves tons of time in big studios for production, but personally I use low poly 3D.
Where are you going?
I don't really have an army of artists working for me building some super high poly meshes with tons of maps, so for me I love looking at the Nanite demos. I'm always amazed at how good it looks, but I have no use for it in my actual games. Another big one that people always mention is MetaHuman. Again, I agree it's extremely impressive, extremely realistic humans that look very excellent, and the face animation tech they showcase is definitely beyond excellent. Just with a phone you can get some high quality facial animation. This is the kind of thing that previously would have taken months and hundreds of thousands of dollars, so this is definitely an excellent tool. But again, for me personally, the types of games that I make do not require this kind of super high fidelity facial capture, so I have no use for it as a developer. One thing that I absolutely do wish that Unity had is something similar to Lumen. This is Unreal's global illumination system. It allows you to lit any scene with some really accurate, really gorgeous looking lighting. I believe they've only shown it being used in some realistic scenes, but I'm sure it also looks great in some more stylized scenes as well. Unity is currently working on a global illumination tool. It is based on their Adaptive Pro tool, although they only very briefly mentioned it on their roadmap and there's no timeline. So that is definitely one tool that Unreal has that I wish Unity had that would be useful to me as a solo indie dev. And the procedural tool they showcase also seems very interesting, although again makes me wonder would that work with a more stylized art style or not. Looking at the parameters in the video, they seem very specific to this hyper-realistic style. Some parameters are called trees, fallen trees, embankments, and while I kinda wish Unity had a built-in tool to do something like this, I know there are plenty of tools on the Asset Store that do it exactly. So basically, Unreal's talk was all really flashy, which is excellent for getting people excited. Over half of their talk was dedicated to showcasing some awesome, gorgeous-looking games.
Yeah, Unreal is horrible for developers.
So it's almost like an E3
I would
game
never
showcase
use
rather than
Unreal
a roadmap
just because of how shit the development experience
was much more
is.
reserved, much less flashy, and much more focused on being targeted towards developers rather than gamers, which personally that is the kind of presentation that I prefer for a roadmap talk. So as a viewer wanting to watch something fun, I very much enjoyed Unreal's presentation.
Singular M1
MacBook.
Looking for what happened?
Tools I can actually use in my games, I much prefer Unity's talk. I've already used the recently released Netcode game objects to make a nice multiplayer game, and I definitely want to explore it some more. I'm very much looking forward to their user-generated content tool. I truly think this one will be an excellent tool that will be very useful to many developers. Their upcoming Friends tool also seems very useful, as is pretty much everything.
I'm gonna go get some more ketchup, because I need some more ketchup. Why did I choose to start streaming when I want to eat? Right. Here comes the shorts. It's been a while.
Serialization.
This is what happens when you leave things till later when coding.
You end up making a language that looks like this. What? What? Should I try the inexact parse? I don't know. What does parse do? I fucking love you are dudes. I want to fucking easily generate short and universally unique identifiers without a central registry.
But how exactly was I planning to use PlayFab in my game? Well, PlayFab has these 3 things I needed: manage player accounts with email and password authentication, run custom server code via Azure Functions, and support file uploading directly from the player's device. One day, Lil Old Me was perusing the Unity package manager when I noticed something out of the corner of my eye. What's this? 2D sprite shape? Sprite Shape Runtime and Editor package contains the tooling and runtime component that allows you to create very organic looking spline-based 2D worlds. It comes with intuitive configuration.
Whoa.
Thing in the entire UGS stack. And I'm obviously very much looking forward to
Yes,
dots and
macOS is
experimenting
beautiful.
with some games on a completely
You want
different
the
scale.
iMac? It's
So
ugly.
based
I
on
don't know,
this,
it's
my
kind of
question
cool.
to the people who post about those
But yeah, don't get an iMac.
My question is, do you actually have
MacBooks
a
are
use
much
case
more
for it?
useful.
Do you actually have a team of artists behind you to build the assets to really take advantage of that tool? Or do you just want it just because it's a shiny new thing? That's a genuine question. I assume that most of the audience on this channel are small or solo indie devs just like me, so for most people watching
Hello,
this,
guy.
I don't think there is a use case for these tools, but I could
Has
be
your
wrong,
petition
so let
gone
me know.
through to
Also,
be added
some
to
people
meme
seem
game?
to be disappointed that Unity didn't showcase too much, but personally I don't get disappointed with that because I understand why they do it. Previously, everyone was angry at them because they were very quick to announce things, which would then take years to come to fruition. The obvious example is Dots, which was announced all the way back in 2018 and is only now in 2023 finally reaching 1.0, so they took that feedback to heart, and nowadays they only showcase things that are either already out or only a few months away. That means there aren't
Unity is
many
definitely for
flashy new
developers.
announcements in these roadmaps, but it also means there's less people constantly complaining that the engine is permanently in preview. Personally, I would like to see some more interesting things, even if they are very far out, but I fully understand why they no longer do it. So all in all, I'm very happy with the current state of Unity and the small incremental improvements that happen month after month, so I was happy with what I saw with the roadmap talk. I can already build any game that I can imagine, so even if the engine suddenly stopped getting new features and updates, I would still be happy. I remember back in 2012 when I wanted to transition from Flash to making PC games. Back then, when I was looking for what game engine to use, I only
I
had
used
2
Flash.
requirements. 1,
What
can I
boomer.
draw something on screen? And 2, can I apply some logic to it? Those were really my only requirements. I knew that as long as I could do those 2 things, then I could build anything. But that's really just my opinion. I know some people want an engine to have tons and tons of built-in tools. So my question to you is, what do you
That's
want
Unity.
Unity to do? If you are disappointed with the roadmap, what would you want it to contain? What tools and features would be helpful to you in the game that you are building right now? Like I said, in my experience, Unity is always genuinely looking for feedback, so I'm sure someone will be reading
I
your
honestly
comments.
don't give a shit how bad my game looks. You know? I want the development experience to be optimal. I want it to be good. And I'm not going to sit here and drag and drop shit around and pretend like I'm coding. No, I want to do some real coding to make my game, using some high-level APIs that are very powerful, and that's exactly what Unity is. Unity is honestly so shit, but so great at the same time. I'm very thankful it exists. I would not have been able to make meme game in any other game engine. Does Unreal even support 2D games? Like, can you actually make 2D games? Like, is there like a 2D physics engine, etc.? Anyway. Okay, one more quick video before we start Facebook interview. Oh shit. From 12 years ago.
We are here in San Francisco with an enormous statue of Christopher Columbus,
Zuck.
who, as we all know,
Zucked so many of my
discovered
meme
San
pages
Francisco
back in the
in
day.
1492,
So
aboard
sad.
his ships, the Nina, the San Jose, and the Palo Alto. This set the stage for a few hundred years later when thousands of other foreign information workers would come to Silicon Valley and begin making millions of dollars. He was the first. We're actually going to go down to Silicon
Where is he? There he is.
Facebook is and what it does.
He was less of a robot back
So,
then.
I think Facebook is an online directory for colleges. And
Nah, jokes. He's still a robot.
if I wanna
Imagine
look
being a
up
Meta worker.
information about
I have a
you,
few friends who work at Meta actually.
type in your name and it brings me up
They're all just terrified
hopefully all
about the
the
layoffs
information I'd care to
and
know
hope they're not
about
going to
you,
get fired.
Like a good amount of the information I'd want to know about you.
What is it that you think attracts
Luckily they didn't. But I have some friends at
It's a
Google.
lot of different individuals.
And some of them got laid off.
So I mean, when we
They're
originally
all
got
apparently
started,
just doing
I
leaked
was
code
just me
in the office all day.
programming what
Because
was
like the
Facebook
jobs have
really
dried
at
up
the time.
in the big tech companies.
Have anything like that. So,
It's pretty
I
much an now, to be
realized
honest.
that because I didn't have people's information like a school would in making a Facebook, I needed to make it interesting enough so that people would want to use the site and want to like put their information up, or else it wouldn't be useful for other people and therefore it wouldn't grow. So launched it at Harvard in early
Making the
February
world more open and
2004.
connected. Oh, my name is Mark Zuckerberg.
So at that point,
Yeah.
our roommates were kind of
I'm
like,
dumb.
this is pretty cool.
Mm.
I bet this would work.
That was
in
amazing.
schools. But
M&S.
we were all busy with classes
Pod
and stuff,
Philip.
so
3 for £12.
we kind of just wanted to make sure that it was going to work before going in like any further with it. So we launched it at 3 schools
Alright.
that also had some sort of online communities. So those were Columbia, Yale, and
Let's
Stanford.
make a company in a mouse.
So,
Hey, girl. You're not wrong. Alright. Let's continue with this checkpoint. So we got the Photoshop stuff done yesterday. Now we actually have to do the stuff. We need to make it into a meme item, I think. I remember correctly. Yeah, because right now it's literally just a sprite renderer, which is kind of pointless. Add component. Meme item. Rigid body. Well, it's not a rigid body, but we still need that script. So we can drag on the script. So where is it in the project finder? Pardon me. Jokes. What did I call it? Oliver something Grave. There we go. Oliver Queen. You met a British guy on Discord, and when you voice chat, he talks like a fucking roadman. You bully him for it. Like, nah, bruv. Like, nah. Like, did I say you can fucking speak, yeah? That's how they talk up there. In the Chavtown Central. No. Leng, that's Leng, man. Bro, that's Leng. They're quite funny, to be fair. British people are just hilarious. Can resize the non-experimental? Yes, because it's just a checkpoint, my guy. So let's create a little script for the dude. Whoop, a little spaz attack there. 12 minutes. Okay. Oliver Queen Grave. So what do we need to do? This should be quite simple, actually. Scotland forever meme. Aye, oh aye. Man, that chili sauce. Or Shafei how the chili sauce has made my nose runny. Woo! I love chili sauce. I love spicy. I still have some Lao Gan Ma. Maybe I should go get some Lao Gan Ma. When I reach 10k subscribers, I'll finish the Lao Gan Ma in my fridge. Chili sauce. Wash your face, how the chili sauce. How John Cena said it. I love how John Cena is still a meme, like, still making the same joke about how we can't see him. Okay, so, let's think about this. This needs a polygon collider. First, let's drag it into meme items. So, it's a prefab. Nice. And then make the ever fun polygon collider. It's so much fun. I know you guys love watching me make polygon colliders. But you know what? If you want to be entertained while I'm doing this polygon collider, then how about you ask me some entertaining questions and I will go on a little rant. You know? Whoa, wrong guy. Whoa, he's a ghost though, to be honest. It's like Rick Astley. Okay, no, we need to do it on Oliver Queen. So, polygonal collider. I mean... How many points is it? 80. Could just go with that. To be honest. I mean, that's pretty good. It just has like this border around it, and I don't know if I like that. But like, to be honest, like if we make it huge, like how big is it gonna get? Like how inaccurate is it gonna get the bigger we make it? Not very. Not very in the slightest. So actually, you know what? We'll go with that, and you don't have to watch me make a polygon collider, and I can just enjoy life. Gong Jina. We have a Chinese guy in our class called Chang Yong. We have a Chinese guy at work, and he literally doesn't speak to anyone. Like, he's really nice, and he tries, but he can't speak English very well. He can speak it well, he just can't understand it well. So like, having a conversation with him is just like saying the same thing like 5 times in a more clear way until he understands. Okay, so we have the polygon collider. Let's apply that, and actually let's make it into a trigger. And then, please, I no can do it. Not English, not English, not English. So let's draw. Did we make the script? Yeah, we did. We just need to drag it on. And let's apply that. And then the stick is back, by the way. I'm a farmer. Howdy there. I always have it. Whenever I've rolled a joint, I have a stick. That's how you know I've got a joint. I shouldn't be talking about drugs when my audience is like 12. But there, for the 3 people watching, that's a secret little insider knowledge. Don't tell anyone. Oh my god. Copilot. AI is definitely gonna take over. It's 14 at the moment. Are you 14? Well, actually, I got 3 people watching, not just 1. So, you know, include them. Who are those people watching? If you're watching, then say something. Yeah, I know. Italy banned ChatGPT. Honestly, it's such an Italian thing to do. They're so like dramatic. They're like, we don't know. We got to ban it. It's too scary. We don't know the privacy concerns. And then they do the most pedantic thing possible, which is ban this harmless little chatbot that only helps people right now. Well, not really. People are cheating on their exams with it, and they're not learning anything. I'm just saying that because I'm salty I didn't get to do that when I was in school. Well, at least I was at uni during COVID, and I could cheat on my exams, and I got a first-class degree thanks to that. So, you know, a lot of people here weren't at uni during COVID. Remote exams. So we want an on-trigger enter 2D. On-trigger enter 2D. Okay. Okay, how are we gonna do this? Hello, Classical Ninja. Can I ask where you can download the game? You can download the alpha on the Discord. You go to the playtest meme game pinned messages, and then the link is there. I'm looking forward to your feedback. Germany might also. Japan bans it, and the gang's back. Shit! That is hilarious. Let's get the gang together again, like the good old days, to be honest. Okay, so let's put down the stick for a second, okay? How are we going to do the checkpoint? So what we need to do is somehow intercept, before the player dies, we need to stop them from dying and intercept it and be like, nah, just send them back to the previous checkpoint, the last checkpoint that they touched. So I reckon we can make a checkpoint manager that is global, and then we can register to it like the last checkpoint. I'll just do checkpoint so I don't forget. The last checkpoint. Yeah, let's do that. Let's fucking do that. I wonder how many people click off every time I say a swear word. Can I ask? You can ask, don't worry, you don't have to ask if you can ask. You can always ask. We are always here to answer your questions, my guy Classical Ninja. Is jailbreaking ChatGPT bad? How do you jailbreak ChatGPT? How does one go about doing that? Checkpoint manager. So we got ourselves a checkpoint manager, and it should inherit from, if you kindly get out of my way, completing domain, should inherit from the singleton that we know and love, that we use everywhere, the checkpoint manager, so we can access it globally without needing a reference to it via the inspector. How do I do singletons again? Portal manager, let's just copy, oh, singleton mono behavior. Okay. My nose is sniffly because it is spring and I just ate some hot sauce. But mostly because it's spring and I always get fucking allergies during spring. It gets better though, every year. Man, the weather is getting nice here. I'm gonna be much less depressed on stream. Back to the cheese game days, which was bang in the middle of summer, and I was sweating so hard, but it was sunny, and us Brits were thriving. I don't think you'd be able to download on your phone because your screen is so small. It's not out on mobile yet. What's your phone? Do you have a Sony Xperia Mini? What did I miss? The game work on BlueStacks? Maybe. I don't know. I'm not going to explicitly support it or not, but there's no reason I won't. The second one, qu'est-ce que c'est? So the checkpoint manager. Why is ChatGPT? Sorry, why is Copilot just being shit today? Like, what? It's just suggesting so much shit that I don't need. Like, it's not normally like this. Does checkpoint have space? Like, it's just copying and pasting the portal manager. The checkpoints aren't portals, my guy. We need just simply a reference to the last checkpoint. Oh, Oliver Queen Grave. Last checkpoint reached. Get set. Yeah, let's just do that. Okay. So we only want the checkpoint to register and activate if it hasn't already done so. So private bool is activated. Activated. Don't need that. Keep it nice and clean. I mean, it's good to be explicit, but whatever. I wouldn't have done it if it wasn't for Copilot. You'll be back. I'm very hyped for that. Bro, think he a game dev. Indeed, indeed. On trigger enter 2D. If is already activated, just return. But I want to do it on the same line. Copilot is being a little shit. Return. If the other is a type player, per constants dot tags dot player. By the way, before I forget, I'm gonna write a to-do to make sure I don't forget to test that it works with multiple players. Make sure checkpoint works with multiple players. Bro, think he British Danny. What, you're talking about me? I am British Danny. I'm Norwegian Danny. I'm Daddy. I'm British Daddy. So if we are triggering with another player, set is activated to true. Set, okay, it did this correctly. The last checkpoint reached equals to this. And, I guess that's... Well, we need to get the player and set... Well, we could do this a few ways. We could just be lazy and just have a field in the player, a public field for last checkpoint. And then if that's not null... Actually, that's going to be a whole lot easier than this whole checkpoint manager. Well, actually, nah. If we have, instead of a field here, we make this a dictionary where the key is the player and the value is the checkpoint. Then what we can do is, in the player script, when we're about to die, we check the checkpoint, if there is a checkpoint entry. But, I mean... if we're doing checkpoint specific code in the player anyway, we may as well just put the last checkpoint reached in the player. We really don't need the checkpoint manager. I'm really just overkilling it here. You know, I know separation of concerns and all that, but like, come on, my guy. Like, you know, let's just put it in the player. I don't have long left until AI can make an entire video game much faster than it takes to breathe a single breath. So just paste that there. Last checkpoint reached. It'll be null. Once you get a checkpoint, well, you will always... Oh! Actually, because we're going to make it an option to the player to set how many times that checkpoint works. So we actually need text to say the number of times to respawn. Yeah. But if we show 2.14 billion in the game, that's just gonna look kind of sus. Do we need to show it? Maybe we can have like a little health bar. And the width is how much health is left. I think that would be better. Yeah. What would the health bar be? On top of the checkpoint to show how many respawns are left. You're addicted to caffeine. You're a junkie. Damn, that's what happens when you sleep for like an hour a day. Beloved son, brother, husband and father, hero of Star City, the Green Arrow. Get off the fucking phone. You know, you're right. Bye-bye. There we go. No more distractions today. So the default is 2.14 billion times. How hard is it to make a health bar? And also, I don't want the health bar to just be a simple health bar. If it's going to be a health bar, it's got to be a meme of some sort. What could it be? Oh, it can be the dead for real emoji. Dead emoji. The skull emoji. And it can just like go down. Oh, actually, we may as well just make this go down, to be honest. Oh, but we can show the skull emoji every time you respawn. That, instead of saying you suck. Show skull emoji every time you respawn at a random point around the gravestone. For real, bro thinks he a gravestone. Also add meme info for it. Hey, classical ninja. Hello noob. Forgo. The bra emoji. Yeah, indeed. The forgo emoji. Is that what it is? Forgo. I forgo. That is going to be the meme info. I'm just going to paste that there. What is this URL? Oh, it's gone. Wow. Bro used a regex to turn my URL into a hyperlink. We'd never forget about you. What are you on about? Okay. So, to show how much is left, I reckon we just shrink this gravestone down and down. How do you actually do that? Because is it draw mode sliced? Oh, why is the that's kind of messed up. No. Tiled? Oh, it's probably tiled. Yeah, except adapt. No. How do I? 1 1. No. How do I set the tile size? Because yeah, so I can use this tiled thing to just like, you know, make it go down like this. Like every time you lose a life, it goes down, goes down, goes down, goes down, goes down, until it is gone. So that's the checkpoint. But now we have 1,000,001, and I want 1,000,000. I think we're gonna have to investigate the imported sprite. Sprite mode. Rap mode. Repeat. No comprende. Oh, I didn't even save the changes. Width and heights. Why? It's just being a little. It's being a little simp. I also want the pivot to be at the bottom so that it doesn't go up when it goes down. It'll be free. No, it won't be free on Steam. How else am I gonna make money from the game? The early access will probably be like 420 quid, but you can download the alpha for free now, so you know. Pivot bottom. Generate physics shape. Okay, let's try that. So if I... Ah, look, there we go. But the thing is, if I make it huge, then shit goes down. I mean, to be honest, that's fine. Like, whatever. Whatever. It works. We can just accept it and move on. I'm listening to this depressing Aphex Twin song right now. I don't get why when I set the width and height to 1, it's just that. But, you know, I don't care. I'll just make it reasonable. Yeah. Like so. And like so. And then we can have our own custom selectors for level builder if they are off. And what we'll do is we'll just decrease the height to show how many respawns are left. Perfect. I will take your families hostage if you pirate it. Jokes. Pirating is probably good for the game at the end of the day. So I wouldn't mind if you pirated it. €5, not 420. Where's the alpha? I showed you! It's on the Discord, my dude! Playtest meme game. Join Ethan's bedroom, check the description, and then pinned messages, and you can play the game. Okay. Cool. Let's do the... You're definitely not selling your Steam cards for a game that's $5. Is that a good or a bad thing? I don't know what Steam cards are. This isn't just a game. This is an experience. This is a piece of history. Okay, let's do the num respawns before doing the whole respawn mechanism. Because that'll probably dictate how we do the checkpoint respawn mechanism. So we'll just serialize this private int. Num respawns. And yeah. We'll make a settings panel for it, which we'll just copy and paste from another item that has a simple text box. Yeah, I'll make it 420. Alright, you convinced me. Trading cards. You can trade your cards in for a ting money. Let's just copy the portal settings, because I can't think of any other settings panel to copy. So copy that. Pardon me. We'll go back to the... oh my god. I can taste the cod on my tongue. Go back to Oliver Queen Grave. We will paste it. We will rename it to Oliver Queen Grave settings panel. We need a script for the Oliver Queen Grave settings panel. So let's create that C# script. Oliver Queen Grave settings panel. And we will go in and we will probably first edit the script so we can drag in the necessary items. Oliver Queen settings panel. I don't know what's going on, so I'm just going to copy and paste the portal settings. Wait, no, that's the wrong thing. Portal settings panel. Copy, paste, and then we'll rename that mono behavior to... it's not a mono behavior, it's just a class that inherits to that. Make the class Oliver Queen Grave settings, which simply just has an integer, which is the number of respawns, and make it 690. I would make more money. I feel like it's worth more than 420, so maybe 690 is a... but I feel like 420 is more memey. 690 is just like more annoying, you know? So we have a number input field settings, because we're going to input the number of respawns. Num respawns input. And we need the a local reference to the Oliver Queen settings here. Portal mode, we don't need this, that's just useless. Get out of my face, you naughty boy. Settings equals this two settings, Oliver Queen Grave settings. Portal ID inputs initialize with the settings.num respawns. Can delete that. Don't need that. Don't need that. Copy and paste that. Rename that. Num respawns input finish. Just copy and paste this, delete that, and replace it with that. And then handle num respawns input finish. ID num respawns. We don't need any of this. That was all logic for the portal stuff. We can just straight up change the settings. Oh, we need to actually set the value on the settings to the value. And delete that, and can delete that. Cool. Okay, we have the settings panel coded up. Easy peasy. I love reusable code. Life is fast. Life is easy. We move. We move. And then we need to just hook it all up in Unity, and it should be all good inside of the hood that we live in tonight. The party will be underway. I'm running low on supplies. That's okay. My body will just shrivel up like a snail with some salt being poured on it. We need to delete this right now. Oliver Queen Grave settings panel. We can delete this whole image picker. We can delete this portal mode. I shouldn't have copied the portal settings panel. It's like the least commonly set out settings panel. Like, it's got so many like interesting little gotchas, but I think I'm in too deep now. So num respawns and range allowed 0 to 2.147484 billion, because fun fact, that is the biggest 32-bit number, and an integer is 32 bits. So let's drag that into num respawns. Did I spell it wrong? Look at that. I clearly did. I'm a perfectionist. I don't write bad code, okay? Oh, but now I need to do this the right way. There we go. Now it renames all of them. I have to drag it in again. 420 is cheaper. Yeah, but do I want it to be cheaper? Like, man's gotta eat. Man's gotta buy his M&S food, you know? Man didn't do meme game for half his gosh darn life to be eating at Tesco's. Did he now? No. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. Actually, it doesn't matter that the collider won't match up with the gravestone as it goes down, because the gravestone only needs to trigger with the player once, the first time, when it's its full height. And then after that, it's not going to trigger again. So it doesn't matter what the collider is. No one gives a flying shit. But the collider is currently to the bottom left of the image, which is kind of sus. So what I will do is... I wonder what happens if I copy, remove... What happens if I add a polygon collider now, even though it's tiled? Will it still work? It's just wrong. It's just bloody wrong. Bro. I'm gonna have to move it. Offset. Whoop. Oh, maybe the offset corresponds to the width. If I make that equal to that. No, it doesn't. It's just a random bloody number. Oh. Ooh, did we get it spot on? Bang on? I think we might have. That's pretty decent. Well done, Unity. I'm pleased. I'm cheesed to meet ya. Aye. Could do with a little bit of adjust. Nah, this is a zero-sum game. We're just gonna apply it. It literally adds nothing to the game. Man's gotta pay back M&S loans. Yeah, I have an M&S credit card, and I literally am indebted constantly to M&S, so I literally have to do that. How do you know, lazy man? Did you dox me? So sussy. Yeah, so when the portal, when the gravestone is activated, it'll just show Grant Gustin, who's now fucking miles off for some reason. It'd just be a best effort. Where's the original meme so I can see the positioning? So this part of his arm is slightly higher than this part of the grave, so we'll just move him. Right? Oh, here we go. We'll just move him like that. Wait, it's a bit higher. That's pretty good. Yeah, that's good. Okay, staying true to the original meme. Apply that. Where is everyone today? It's a very intimate little stream between us three: Lazy Man, Classical Ninja, and me. Okay, maybe it's 'cause I started the stream eating M&S and everyone's jealous. Anyway, we have a polygon collider. Okay, num respawns should be int.max. Wait, how do you... 2.1. But if I just make it huge, yeah, it changes it back to a... Does it? Yeah, it changes it back to the max number, which is nice. Nice. Oh, yeah, baby. And last but not least, we need to drag on that settings panel that we made. We went on a whole tangent. This is what having ADHD is like. Back to the settings panel. We drag that on. Let's see what happens now. I don't expect much, but if we click on it... Okay, so... Cool. We do need to add a selector... manual selector for level builder, because... as you can see, the area is way too big. It has this whole area on the bottom. He won't be showing until you actually get to the graveyard, so we don't need to care about him for now. But yeah, we just need to throw on a selector for level builder, and it'll just be the sprite, not the collider, because the collider is actually dictated by the trigger we're using. So sprite renderer, put him up here. Like, I reckon that's pretty decent. Collider, just turn that off. We don't need that. Oh my god, am I burping like mad fam over here, lad. Bro. They're not even like deep manly burps. They're like vomity burps. Pussy burps, to be honest. Alright, now if we select it, nice. The selector is the right size. We can just resize it as pleased, and the collider stays the right shape. If we make it absolutely humongous, that's the biggest it can be. Well, I mean, the collider's slightly off. It means that if you walk into it, whoa. But yeah, if you walk here, it'll activate. But like, you can still see the PNG when you do go here at its max size. And you know, checkpoints are a good thing. We should be helping the user get checkpoints. And also, I can't be fucked. And also, no one is going to make checkpoints this big. I am so OCD. Jesus, I am the most OCD developer there is in existence. Okay, so that's good. So yeah, why was it crying? Not set to an instance of an object? Let's see, let's check out the console. Not set to an instance. Settings? Oh, because we never conformed to the good old I has meme item settings. That's what I has. I was about to use. Let's just go to, like, I don't know, forklift, copy and paste the map to settings and init from settings. I don't know, that's just a random item I thought of, to be honest. Hello, Rethan's dad. Hello, Percepti Blue. Did someone tell me about the gravestone meme, or did you see my edit to your vid? I think someone told me about it. What's the edit? I haven't seen the edit. Send edit. Oh, from before, from ages ago. Did you say something about the gravestone in that? Anyway, this isn't forklift settings, this is Oliver Queen settings. And that means it'll just have a num respawns, which will be num respawns like that. And yeah, we just need to do the same thing over here. Set the num respawns equal to settings.num respawns, and it should be all good inside of the hood tonight. I need to stop saying that. Wow, everyone left again. Okay, now it should stop crying about the settings. I'm talking a lot this stream. I have energy. So much energy to talk. Okay, let's enter play mode. Cool, doesn't seem to be crying. If we click on it, we have a settings panel, and we forgot to change the label, but we need to make this wider, but it seems to be working. Just go back in there, set the label to number. Woo! Of respawns. This can be a lot wider. And this can be wider. Okay. This label, well, we need to make some space for the width of this. Let's make that like, it's gonna be 2.14 billion by default. We should probably show a reasonable amount of width. Okay. Cool. 2. Can't do -1. Can't do floats. We can do 2.1 billion. Cool. Okay, we have now done that. Now, we can actually do the checkpoint respawning mechanism, which should be very easy. This should go down every time we collect it. So let's expose it public. Oh wait, this is the wrong place to do that. This is what I'm talking about. It should go down every time we need to respawn. So public int num respawns, turn num respawns. It should be, we need to be able to set it as well. Maybe I should just make this public, or sorry, field, serialized field. This is how you make public getters and setters. Num respawns get set. Okay, so now we can access it from the outside world. Cool. I think we're gonna need to reset that in the Unity inspector because it will have changed the serialized name because it's case sensitive. Make it huge. It should set to its maximum. Okay. Cool. So, let's do the mechanism for checkpoint respawning. Shouldn't be too hard. So, let's think it through. When we get the checkpoint, it needs to register that checkpoint. If a checkpoint has run out of respawns, should it go back to the previous checkpoint? Probably should. In which case, we need a list of checkpoints on the player. And then use the last checkpoint in that list. And then when the checkpoint has run out of respawns, well, we don't even need to remove it. We can just like traverse the list backwards, checking until we find one that has num respawns greater than 0. Decrements as player respawns. So, yeah, let's do that. Check point. So we'll have a list of checkpoints. Set that equal to new list. Maybe we should put this in a checkpoint manager. So we have, I don't know. It's kind of pointless. So when the player is about to die, which happens when we decrease health, and that happens in change health. Here we go. Player has died. If health is less than 0, player's already dead, so no point reducing health even more. Okay, so instead of dying straight away, we want to do some checkpoint stuff. So if checkpoints dot any, there are any checkpoints where the checkpoint dot num respawns is greater than 0, then we want to do some custom code. That custom code will be not dying, basically, and setting the position back to the original checkpoint. If we set it to the checkpoint's position, let's see where exactly it will spawn. I think we can do that by just like doing this. So it'll spawn to the left of it. We want it to spawn on it. Or do we? Or is this just because Grant Gustin is being a little shit? Oh, it is. Okay, so the center of the checkpoint is there. So that should be fine. Yeah, if we do the center as global, is that how you do it? Global, I don't know. Local, pivot. Oh, I don't know. I reckon it'll figure itself out. If it's weird, we can always change it. Yeah, so if there are any checkpoints where the number of respawns left is greater than 0, then find the last checkpoint that has respawns left. Can we reverse it? Yeah, reverse dot first where the number of respawns is greater than 0, and then var checkpoint equals that. Then we want to set the players transform dot position equal to the checkpoint dot transform position. Hello Jeffrey, what's up? I'm just coding the checkpoints. Done all the easy Photoshoppy stuff. So when the health is less than 0, if there are any checkpoints in this checkpoints list where the number of respawns is greater than 0, because you can set the number of respawns on each checkpoint, then we want to traverse that list in reverse. So we go to the latest checkpoint that the player has reached and find the first one that has number of respawns greater than 0. And then we want to set the player's position. Why is this still complaining? Do I need to like reload the domain? Is this not like a enumerable? Oh. Check. Oliver. There, now it's using the linky version. About time we have checkpoints. Yeah, one of the last few things before I start doing the campaign. This and Flappy Bird enemy, and then campaign. And then obviously, like, after the campaign is done, well, like, as we go along, we can add more enemies, but, like, I think it's time we start doing the campaign, so this is an important game mechanic for there to be in the game. So yeah, if we set the transform position to that, we decrement the checkpoint's num respawns. Okay, so if we set num respawns to 3, and then we use it once, and it'll be at 2. Then we use it another time, it'll be at 1, and then we use it another time, it'll be at 0. Okay, so it will happen 3 times. Just gotta do that. MATLAB to Python conversion of 0 indexing. Joking. I'm a good programmer. Anyway, so we set the num respawns, subtract the num respawns, and then actually, because there's going to be like a lot of other stuff that the checkpoint does, like visually as well, we should just have a public method to public void handle respawn player. So that'll just, no, we can just decrement the num respawns here, minus minus, and then all we need to do is call that handle respawn player. And then we need to set the health of the player back to what it was when they reached the checkpoint. And we don't have a way of saving that at the moment. Did I say anything about this? Health should be set to whatever it was when the checkpoint was touched. That's it. Keep it simple. So nothing else gets reset. Yeah. I think it's good to just keep it simple and keep your weapons. Enemies stay dead. It's the most simple. Just gives you a second chance at life. Or maybe we can make it so the checkpoint fully restores your health. Nah, at that point, if you're doing that bad, you deserve to just restart the level at that point. I mean, it's easy to restart the level. Okay, so we need to save the health that the player had when they touched the checkpoint. So in order to do that, maybe this list should contain the health information as well. How do you do tuples? Because the checkpoint itself won't save the health of the player. Or it could. Actually, yeah. Why not? We can have a dictionary of public dictionary of player to float, which is the health. Player health on checkpoint reached equals new that. Used to restore health when player respawns. Thank you, Copilot. Why is this crying? Oh, it stopped. Okay, and then when this triggers with the player, we will... Oh, what happened? Okay. When it triggers with the player, we'll just add... Or we can just set the... Well, we need to get an actual reference to the other player in order to set it. So var player equals other.get component in parent, because it could be a child collider that this is triggering with. Set the player equal to player.health. Simple, simple, simple. And then this will always have an entry for the player if this... Where is it? If the player... Where is it gone? Checkpoint. Here. If this code triggers. Is that true? Yeah, I think so. Because... we actually need to set... We actually need to add the checkpoint to the list. Checkpoints.add this. Yes. So... Yeah, so it will always be true because we're doing both of these always together. So we don't need to check if this dictionary contains the player. It will have the player. In fact, we'll do that first, even though it's synchronous and it doesn't make a difference. And then... What were we going to do? Oh yeah, we're going to set the health back. So how do we set the health? We literally just set this private variable health. Does it have like a... Change health. We should just call change health. So it does on health try change and all this extra code. But this is an amount to increment it by. But the health here is 0, so anything minus 0 is the value itself. So we can just change health to checkpoint dot player health on checkpoint reached. This, yeah. Will the health ever be less than 0? No, because if the health is less than 0, it just returns. And the player is dead. So yeah, this should just be all the logic. Cool. Health is now 0, so this works. Okay, I guess we can test it out. We have to do all the visual aesthetics after, but I don't see why this would not work. If is activated, before I test it out, I'll just do this one little aesthetic of Grant Gustin appearing, just so we know that we have some visual feedback that it's working. Fade in sprite. We'll have a reference to that here. Serialized field, private. Fade in sprite. Grant Gustin, fade in sprite. And we will just start fading in when the player touches the gravestone. And we can... Do we set the initial alpha to 0? Yes, okay, it sets the initial alpha to 0 by default. So... yeah, just drag that in here, apply these changes, and let's... we should set this to alpha to 0 by default, because we don't want it to show. Okay, cool, let's test it out. So this portal will teleport me to the edge of the map, so I die. Okay. Snoop Dogg is in the way. I should probably move Snoop Dogg out of the way so he's not like constantly screaming. Okay. So we get this. Oh wait. It's a collider, not a trigger. What the hell? I thought I made it a trigger. Clearly not. Oh, I made the old one a trigger. I just forgot to make the new one a trigger. Alright. So get it. Grant Gustin. He ain't showing. Is this even triggering? Let's see. Of course it doesn't work first time. Okay, so this is triggering. This start fading in just isn't... Oh, probably because its target alpha is whatever we set in the inspector, but we want to start for 0. So what I'll do, I'll just... I will set the sprite renderer's alpha to 1 before doing the fade in. Dot color equals this dot color dot width. Well, I need to import my ETG games dot extensions. Dot width a 1. Okay, that should work. Visual feedback. The stick is out. Alright. So get it? Nice, he fades in. And then if we die... Whee! Hey, we respawn! Why am I walking? That's kind of sus. I'm just stuck in this walking animation and I can't move. Oh, because it did... That's what happens when you die. That means the player is kind of dying. Is there something else we're doing here? on health change. Maybe we still need to call on health change. Oh, but that'll get called afterwards. Maybe we should just, if, else, just in case. It's better practice. But where else do we use health? In the movement. I guess the player's health didn't get reset. Let's try it. Get the checkpoint. Die. Whoa! What is going on? Oh my god. Me Morang man, what happened? No. No. Look what they did. Okay. Poor dude. Imagine if the simulation is real and he has feelings. I can put it a bit higher. Maybe because he got spawned on the rock. I don't know what that is. Look at him. What is going on? Holy shit. Okay, I don't want it to crash. Maybe we need to use the debugger. Player health on checkpoint reached. I literally don't know. Why is this so hard? Should I just put the debugger? Health is less than old health. This will occur. Okay, let's just debug this. Boom. Debugger. Kill ourselves. Okay, debugger is activated. Oh wait, no, that's just the rigid body leave detector. Is Unity still stuck? The debugger glitched it out. Nope, same thing has happened. No, it's quite aesthetic. Me Morang Man Prism. Oh man, now it's gone. Let's try this again. Okay, I'm just gonna delete all these breakpoints because they're in the way, and just reactivate this.
细了花梗老干妈。
Ma. Me Morang man. Look what they did to my boy. He's in the metaverse. Okay.
You guys suck!
Oh, we didn't even get the checkpoint, lol. Okay, so we're here. Step through. Oh, did I click the play button accidentally? Oh, so dumb. Oh, did it just glitch out? Did I not click the play button? Okay. Again. We try again. Say hi if you're still watching. Chat has been pretty dead. Okay, checkpoint. Kill. Okay. Press the next button. Okay. So we've got a checkpoint. It's actually something. Num respawns, still pretty high. Transform the position. Just glitched out. Is there an error? Is that what happened? No. To do spawn forgo emoji. Maybe it should change health first. I don't know. No. Whoa, this should not be jumpable. This should be player overlap. Player overlap. Notice this. Apply. Wait, no, it's the NFT. Okay. Oh, I know what's going on. So it's calling change health, but health here will be 0, so it'll just return. So if health is less than or equal to 0, and amount is less than 0, amount is negative. That might work. Maybe we should just manually do it. I feel like this will have some side effects. Health equals that. Simple. Don't do this, it doesn't work because it returns straight away.
Okay, on health change we'll call still. If health is greater than old health. Invoke random reaction, we don't need that. Yeah, that all looks pretty good. Alright, that should work. That should work. Right. Right, moment of truth. Get the checkpoint, go to the portal, die. Hey! Look at that. Health has been restored. Perfect. And then if we die again. Nice. And let's see, if we set it to num respawns as 1, it should only respawn us once. So we go, die. Oh. It just kills us straight away. I should... One thing I forgot to do is set the number of respawns to be between 1 and the max number instead of 0, because there's no point having a checkpoint if it doesn't respawn you at all. But anyway, this num respawns is greater than 0. Find. Why isn't that working? That should work. If we just set it to 1. 1. If we set it to 2, does it respawn us once? It respawns us once and then... Okay, so there's something sussy going on. Num respawns. Handle respawn player happens at the end, and that's when num respawns goes down. What the hell? Okay, we're almost there. We're almost there. Let's set this to 1. Set up the debugger. Get the checkpoint. It's loaded. Die. And see what's the case. Num respawns. This. Checkpoints. This one. Num respawns 1. Step in. The hell? Didn't even get to this.
You guys suck!
What's this? Roll-off factor is not supported anymore. I'm not even setting it. Oh, I didn't set it to 1. Oh. Now it works. You get the checkpoint.
You guys suck!
So after it respawns, after we enter play mode the second time, I mean, it should be resetting these fields. They're not global. Because they get... When you exit play mode, they all get destroyed. So... 1. It's not about play mode actually, because like, if I just entered and exited play mode and then I go and do it, I respawn.
You guys
That's correct. Wait, was I just being stupid? No. Look, we're out of play mode. Number of respawns 1. Oh, wait. Oh. This we shouldn't decrement this. We shouldn't decrement that. Because when we do, and then we exit play mode. Wait, is it saving the value? No, surely not. No, that's not how it works. If it is, then we have a serious problem. Okay, I'll fix that. But you know what? The checkpoint is working. We'll just do the aesthetic stuff later. See you later.